One of the difficulties most people come across is working out which nappy system or systems might suit their baby and what the differences between the different systems are. At the very basic, any cloth nappy, much like a disposable nappy, needs something absorbent and something waterproof. And those two component parts form the basis of all the cloth nappy systems that are out there. The third component, which some people use and some people do not use, is the liner or the stay dry part of the nappy system. And that's the layer or liner that goes next to the baby to just keep baby dry. But later on, once baby's on solid food, can help you with poo disposal. So if we start with some of the nappies we've got in front of us, an all-in-one nappy, at its very bare minimum, has a waterproof outer, and inside the nappy has a piece of absorbent material that will be attached in some way, sewn usually, to the outer to form a one-piece nappy. So this has everything you need. All-in-one nappies are the most similar to disposables. This is a newborn size. This nappy here is a birth to potty size nappy. It's a Bambino Mio Solo. This nappy fastens with Velcro, and it's a slightly different design to the nappy I've just shown you, in that the absorbency is attached, but it comes out. But also this is a birth to potty size nappy. So we have different systems, but also different sizes. All-in-one nappies may have, not always, but they may have the stay dry lining inside the nappy, but that can always be added if the system doesn't have that, if the nappy doesn't have that. The next type of nappy is an all-in-two. So an all-in-two looks fairly similar to an all-in-one in that it's one piece, but the absorbent part of the nappy system can be removed. So it may be that it snaps in to the outer waterproof cover or wrap or shell. It may be that it just lays in and it comes out. There's no way of fastening it in. Some all-in-twos, this one is one, allow you to reuse the outer shell or waterproof part if it's not soiled or wet. So if you've come to change your baby, you can just remove the absorbent part and snap in a fresh insert or soaker. So it will be one part, but obviously it means that you can reuse certain bits and pieces. The third nappy system is the pocket. So the pocket, again, waterproof part on the outside here that you see when you put the nappy on the baby. If we look inside, this happens to be stay dry liner layer that's sewn to the waterproof part. And inside the pocket, which is formed, we have our absorbency. So the pocket comes in two pieces. You have your absorbency here, insert or booster, and you have your shell here. But obviously once it's all put together, it's one piece. So it does need to be assembled once it's been washed and dried, which I don't like doing. And the last nappy system, which we looked at a little bit in the instruction, was the two-part system. So this may be a two-part nappy with a fitted or shaped nappy in a wrap. It may be a two-part system with a terry or a pre-fold and a wrap. This nappy system has the absorbent nappy here, which has no waterproofing at all. That goes on the baby, and it's then covered with the waterproof wrap. So it's two pieces, and they don't fit together or fasten together in any way. One has to, so it's two things to fasten when you put it on your baby. The reason why there are different nappy systems is because there are pros and cons really to each. So many parents find that when they're approaching buying their nappies for their baby, they're thinking about what might be the easiest, what might be the cheapest, and also what might be easiest to get dry. Because obviously in the UK, getting things dry can be a bit of a problem. In terms of drying, some nappies that you can take apart, systems that you can take apart, like an all-in-two or a pocket, are often the easiest to get dry because you can take all the bits apart and dry them. The 2-part, the one that I showed you at the end here, whilst you can take that apart, this nappy has a great deal of absorbency in it, so something like that does take a while to dry. In terms of cost, all-in-ones tend to be slightly more expensive than many other nappy types. Pockets, you can get some very, very cheap budget pockets at retail around £6 or £7, sometimes cheaper. All-in-twos, again, you can get some very expensive ones, but also you can get a very simple all-in-two you can make from a wrap with a pre-fold. Just slot it in, and that's a really cheap system. And you don't need to buy so many wraps because you can reuse. So anything you can reuse, you can sometimes be able to use the wrap maybe 3 changes in the day, so you're not having to buy lots and lots of wraps. But some of the nappy system will work for you, or the nappy systems that will work for you, will also depend on things like how much your baby weighs. Some nappy systems, this 2-part system, are what I would consider to be the most reliable nappy system for any baby. You have a huge amount of absorbency in the nappy, even a diddy one like this. At a bigger size, the birth to potty size, that nappy might look a little bit like that. This is a bamboozle stretch. You have not 1, but 2 bits of elastic around the leg and around the back, so great for containment. You also have the ability to add more absorbency between the nappy and the wrap without making the nappy gape around the leg. So again, a good system for night time when you might want to, when your baby's old enough, when they're not pooing through the night, when you'll be able to maybe put a baby in a nappy for around 12 hours or so. At the other end of the spectrum, often this isn't a nappy system that parents want to send to nursery childcare, or if someone else who's unfamiliar to cloth nappies is looking after your baby, because it's very daunting to put on. So all-in-ones, pockets, all-in-twos to a certain degree, one thing to fasten, so they can be a little bit easier to use. So there are many different factors to consider, and also just complicate matters. Often couples don't always agree on the same nappies for their baby, and that comes out of trying out nappies in the trial kit. So lots of things to consider, but obviously there are reasons why the different nappies exist, so that you can mix and match and find a system or systems that work for you.